mo wà lára àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n fi bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀wé.
Ẹ̀yin ló dùn sá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ my first attempt at WAEC was an all F9. All. Not one single pass.
Parallel, F9 parallel.
All. So bàbá gbé mi kúrò lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ń gbà yẹn pé kí n wá tún WAEC ṣe ní Ìlọrin grammar school. Nígbà yẹn mo gbà tán máa ń pè nígbà yẹn ní let my people go. Ṣá graduate ṣá. Mo tún fail JAMB so èèyàn mi ò lè wọ university.
Wow.
So wọ́n gbé mi lọ Kwara Poly. Mo ṣe ọdún méjì ní Kwara Poly. Láti yẹn náà mo tún fail JAMB again. Mo wá pass lágbára Ọlọ́run, mo pass tó máa ń pè ní IJMB nígbà yẹn. Èèyàn àkọ́kọ́ ṣe 1 year kó tó wọ first year university. Àtúnwá university tán lẹ́yìn ọdún mẹ́rin third class mo tún gbé jáde. So academically mi ò jẹ́ nìkan tó jẹ́ pé mo dẹ̀ máa ara tí mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe life and business coach ni. Láti fúnyàn nímọ̀ràn pé gbogbo wa kọ́ ni first class kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ kà tó. Gbogbo wa kọ́ ni Ọlọ́run fún nímọ̀ ìwé. Kò dẹ̀ determine ibi tẹ́yìn adé ńlẹ̀ ayé. I am a living example adẹ̀pọ̀ báyẹn. So ọmọ òkàwé kò ṣe dáadáa fi sílẹ̀. Who you know is more important than what you know.
Wow.
Because after a while, nobody cares about your degree anymore. If you have the right attitude in life, you will go places. It's not about certification. And a lot of people need understanding who you know is more important than what you know. So who you know, and once you have the right attitude, your character is what begins to move you up. Part of our problem again as Nigerians.
I was going to follow up with that.
We tend to, so if you speak to a Nigerian speaking to an American, instantly they will change their tone. But nobody else does that. You understand? So be who you are. Let them be the one trying to understand your tongue. I don't need to speak phonetics. I can't remember the book I read, but I was 33 years old then. And the book said for every individual, it is very important that you ask yourself 3 questions. And the earlier you ask the questions in life, the better.
Okay.
Question 1, who am I? Question 2, who or what do you want to become? Question 3, ní pàtàkì, how do I get there from here? Then to bá ti ṣe question 3 yẹn, tó dẹ̀ ready, tó give up, tó wà determined, eventually take time and ṣe ni pé rather ká gbìyànjú ká make best of àsìkò tá a wà. A máa ń sábà wẹ̀yìn. If we don't make the best of today,
okay, sir.
Èyí tó ti fẹ́ tán báyìí ó ti lọ nìyẹn. Lọ́wọ́ gbà kọ́ I wish pé Shagari ṣì ní president. Ìgbà tí Shagari wà ń bẹ àní ìlú le. First scarcity wà ń gbà yẹn náà. Tó bá ṣe ní T-Pain nǹkan lè yìí sínú àwọn kan ṣe ń kọ́lé. Ìsìn àwọn kan ṣe ń ra mọ́tò bọ́ ẹni tẹ́yìn bá rìn lẹ́ láti máa wò. Nobody acting alone can achieve full potential in life. Because the bá rìn pẹ̀lú àwọn tó jẹ́ pé it's finished, there's no hope. For you to be, there's no hope. But bẹ́ẹ̀ bá rìn pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ní pé nǹkan lé o bọ̀bọ̀ la ṣe máa ṣe báyìí.
Kí ni solution?
Okay, I need 50 million. Okay, èló ni wọ́n ní 1 million. Èló ni wọ́n ní 50,000. Àkópọ̀ àrí 50 million. You move on. Bàbá wà lára tó jẹ́ pé kò sọ́nà ìlú tí dàrú, there's nothing new.
Welcome to the Bridge Podcast. I am going to be your host for today, and as I've always said in every episode, thank you for allowing us to grace your screen. So if you're watching us from your phone or your laptop, thank you for having us here. My name is Obasa Olubanke. This is the Bridge Podcast where we tackle issues, and we are the channel to help connect the disconnected. We are here to unconnect, to connect, and bring together everything that might be scrambled in your head about people that you know out there that you've always been admiring, or you've always wanted to know how they made it to that big level. I am not going to do this alone. I am going to do this with a co-host who is Galadima.
Bamba walia to duti mawalia yi wabakuwa wakakira wasibe kakira wakapo sire to yi to one. Afara the broadcast. at the Bridge Podcast. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sílẹ̀ ètò yìí ètò wa gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń pàdé wa ní gbogbo ìgbà àtúndé lónìí o pẹ̀lú àwọn olóríire èèyàn tẹ́ ẹ ti mà. Abọ́lájí ọmọ Galadimọ̀ ló kàn tèmi double ambassador.
And
Bánkẹ́ bóòní.
I am fine, thank you very much. Thank you. So fún àǹfààní àwọn èèyàn tí ò gbọ́ Yorùbá, I am here.
Nítorí àǹfààní àwọn tí ó gbé
So we are always going to bring you important guests from different sectors in Nigeria, from politics to hospitality to banking, finance, entertainment, social media, everywhere we can, because we want you to know that these so big people, they're ordinary people who did great things. I am here. We are here with another amazing person today. He used to be a banker. I have questions. I have questions. He used to be a banker, then he retired, then went into another outfit, which is the HR, human resources. How? What? Then he went out again, and then he went into hospitality. How? How? Mr. Olusoji Oyawoye. Sir, welcome to the Bridge Podcast.
Thank
we
you.
have a lot of questions for you, but first.
Let me start from this place.
He is also the CEO, the founder, the person who initiated House 12. And many more, but House 12 in Kwara State is very, very known for the demure and beautiful outfit and the way he looks. So he is the CEO, and that's why we're bringing him here, because I have a lot of questions about the standard and the beauty of House 12 service apartments. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Outside everything I've just said, that people will find easily on Google, who is Mr. Oyawoye?
Basically, I like to call myself just a life and business coach and an author. Just those three categories. I'm a life and business coach, meaning I help individuals get clarity in their life, and I help businesses grow their businesses. And I've written now 8 books on my various experiences in life.
8 books. So
Yes.
apart from everything I mentioned, he's still an author. That is very, very beautiful. So because House 12 is very close to home, very close to the heart, we are going to start our questions from there before we now move to who the man behind House 12 is. Galadima.
Daddy.
Yes, sir.
Oyawoye.
Okay.
Oyawoye. Ọmọlé olóya ní nísà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀
Nípínlẹ̀
heritage bí ìlúdùn òró ìgbómìnà ni mí.
ẹkùn mílò lóòrò ní.
Mẹ́sàn-án.
Ẹkùn mẹ́sàn-án. Ẹkẹ̀kùn sẹ́yìn ẹ̀kọ́.
Àmì ò mọ gbogbo ẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀ pé mẹ́sàn-án.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹkùn mẹ́sàn-án lóòrò ní.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Àmì ẹ̀mọ̀ gbogbo ẹkùn yẹn.
Mi ò mọ gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn.
Tí mo bá kà fún yín, kí lè máa fún mi?
Àwọn apàtẹ́wọ́ fún yín.
Okay. Ẹ sà, báwo lẹ ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbésí ayé láti kékeré sà?
Mo jẹ́ nìkan tó jẹ́ pé mi ò tiẹ̀ rò pé mo máa pé 40 years láyé torí irú ìrírí ayé tí mo rí nígbà yẹn. Àwọn òbí wa wọn ò kàwé, aṣọ ni màmá mi ń tà. Bàbá náà ka standard 6 ní ayé àtijọ́. Ìwé mẹ́fà. Àmọ́ Ọlọ́run bá wọn ṣe wọ́n wọ civil service. So wọ́n gbé civil service gbé wọn káàkiri ìgbà yẹn northern Nigeria ọ̀kan ló jẹ́. So láti Kwara wọ́n gbé wọn lọ Kaduna ibi tí wọ́n bí mi sí. Láti Kaduna wọ́n gbé wọn lọ Kano. Nítorí náà mo gbọ́ Hausa dáadáa, mo mọ̀ mo lè sọ. So tí n bá wo ẹ̀yìn máa ń rí pé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn wà lára tó ràn mí lọ́wọ́ nílé ayé ńgbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dàgbà. Ọlọ́run bá mi ṣe mo kàwé, mo ṣe first degree, mo ṣe second degree. Àmọ́ mo wà lára àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọn fi bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀wé.
Èyí olódò sà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Why did you say that?
My first attempt at WAEC was an all F9, all. Not one single pass.
Parallel, F9 parallel.
All. So bàbá gbé mi kúrò lÉkòó ńgbà yẹn pé kí n wá tún WAEC ṣe ní Ìlọrin grammar school. Nígbà yẹn mo gbà tán máa ń pè nígbà yẹn ní let my people go. Pẹ̀ ṣá graduate ṣá.
Okay, inú.
Ẹ̀yẹn tún lọ dé.
Ìyẹn náà. Escape.
Mo tún fail JAMB so èèyàn mi ò lè wọ university.
Wow.
So wọ́n gbé mi lọ Kwara Poly. Mo ṣe ọdún méjì ní Kwara Poly. Láti ìyẹn náà mo tún fail JAMB again. Mo wá pass lágbára Ọlọ́run, mo pass tó máa ń pè ní IJMB nígbà yẹn. Èèyàn àkọ́kọ́ ṣe 1 year kó tó wọ first year university. Àtúnwọ̀ university tán lẹ́yìn ọdún mẹ́rin 3rd class mo tún gbé jáde. So academically mi ò jẹ́ nìkan tó jẹ́ pé mo dẹ̀ máa ara tí mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe life and business coach yẹn láti fúnyàn nímọ̀ràn pé gbogbo wa kọ́ ni first class kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ kà tó gbogbo wa kọ́ ni Ọlọ́run fún nímọ̀ yé ìwé kò dẹ̀ determine ibi tẹ́yìn adé ńlẹ̀ ayé. I am a living example adẹ̀pọ̀ báyẹn so ọmọ ò kàwé kò ṣe dáadáa fi sílẹ̀ kí ló ní tí ó mú wá sáyé tọ́lọ́run fún kò dìgbà tó bá kò ẹ̀mẹ̀ so ẹni tẹ́ ń wò tí mo sọ gbogbo tí tẹ́ rí Google and gbogbo ẹ̀ bó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn.
I'm actually very, very curious. If you went through so many failures and you had to try again and try again, how did you end up being a banker? Because I know back then, banking was a big deal. If you were entering, you had to be someone who was better than an accountant, in quotes. How did you get there?
Okay, ìyẹn gan story náà ni màá tún fún yín ní tànkàn náà ni. Samuel Adédoyin tó yẹ ká mọ̀ dáadáa. Ti Doyin Àgbámú.
Yes, Doyin.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n ló jẹ́ fún màmá mi. So gbà tí mo wà University of Ìlọrin gbà yẹn, wọ́n ní soap factory tó wà lásàdám, Global Soap. So màmá fún mi note pé kí n lọ bá wọn fún holiday job. Ǹjọ́ kan mo ti wà ní 3rd level university holiday job. Gbà tí máa débẹ̀ tí mo rí MD company yẹn, ó pe ẹnìkan wá pé lẹ́yìn tó ka lẹ́tà tí wọ́n sealed envelope ni mo fún pé kí wọ́n gbà mí síṣẹ́ holiday job oṣù mẹ́ta ní summer holiday oṣù márùn-ún those days summer holiday máa ń gùn tó yà mí lẹ́nu pé ibi tí wọ́n ní kán mú mi lọ ibi tí wọ́n ti ń construct warehouse ni tí wọ́n ti ń po kọ́ńkéré tí wọ́n ń gbé head pipe
Gbé pọ̀npọ́n.
mo á wọra mi kí àyè mi 3rd level university graduate. But mo ṣáà bá wọn ṣe lẹ́jọ́ yẹn mo dẹ̀ délé mi ò sọ fún màmá mi cause wọ́n á bínú gan tán bá gbọ́ pé irúṣẹ́ báyẹn. Mo ṣe fún bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan by ìjọ́ kejì cause bàbá gan máa ń drop mi ni wọ́n á drop mi sí bíbẹ̀ by ìjọ́ kẹta mo ní kó má gbé mi lọ ibi iṣẹ́ mọ́. Lọ́rì tó máa ń gbé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ labourer ló ń gbèmí náà àjọ ẹ̀wọ̀n láti lé cause èmi mọ̀ pé okay oṣù mẹ́ta holiday job mo ń ṣe. Mo ṣàfẹ́ understand báwo lèèyàn ṣe ń ṣe irúṣẹ́ báyìí. Lẹ́yìn oṣù méjì MD company yẹn pè mí sí ọ́fíìsì ẹ̀ ó ní wọ́n ní kí mo ṣe dáadáa so wọ́n á transfer mi sí store as assistant storekeeper fún oṣù tí mo fi parí. Lẹ́yìn ọdún kan sí yẹn mo parí degree pẹ̀lú 3rd class.
Okay.
By that time Dr. Chief Samuel Adédoyin ti ní bank.
Okay.
Industrial bank mi ò kọ application mi ò ṣe interview wọ́n kàn gbà mí síṣẹ́ ni bí mo ṣe wọlé nìyẹn.
Okay.
Then attitude tí mo demonstrate èmi ò kí bàbá ń dán mi wò ni. So òṣìṣẹ́ ní bank márùn-ún mo ṣe gbé 19 years ọdún mẹ́rin mo ṣe lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn mi ò ṣe interview sí any of the banks.
Wow. So you got your
Customer ni a kàn sọ fún wọn pé
referrals.
ẹnìkan wà ní báǹkì o ó yẹ kẹ́ gbà sọ́dọ̀ yín. So ìmọ̀ràn tí mo ń sọ yìí ni your attitude is what matters most. If you have the right attitude in life, you will go places. It's not about certification. And more importantly, who you know is more important than what you know. And a lot of people need understanding here. Who you know is more important than what you know. So who you know, ló máa ń ṣílẹ̀kùn. And once you have the right attitude. So That's how a third class like me.
Wow.
Because after a while, nobody cares about your degree anymore.
Correct.
Your attitude, your character is what begins to move you up.
Thank you very much for that. So you were a banker for 19 years.
Yes.
Why did you choose to retire? Because I want to believe you were very young when you got into banking.
Yeah, I was. I'm still young, by the way.
I'm still going to ask you. I'm still going to ask you how old you are, but why did you retire?
Now, I can't remember the book I read, but I was 33 years old then. And the book said for every individual, it is very important that you ask yourself 3 questions. And the earlier you ask the questions in life, the better.
Okay.
Question 1, who am I? So at that time, I had a fear of death because I lived a wild life. I assumed people like me are okay because my lineage from Oludoro, we are traders. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń tàṣọ tó ń ta Brazil lérè kó ìdúmàgbò àwọn èèyàn wà nìyẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ lọ school tó bá graduate wọ́n á fà wọ́n náà sínú business ẹ̀ náà ni. So that is who I was. Question 2, who or what do you want to become?
Kí ló fẹ́ jẹ́ ní ayé?
And kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ nǹkan téèyàn rò pé èèyàn lè dédé wọ̀. It has to be challenging and almost impossible. Question 3 ní pàtàkì. Okay, this is who I am. Mi ò léèyàn, mi ò mọ̀wé, mi ò ara oko ni mí. But ibi tí mo fẹ́ lọ nìyẹn. So question 3 is, how do I get there from here? Question 3 yẹn, èmi á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ fún ẹ, ibi tó fẹ́ lọ yẹn. Èmi àwọn tó ń bá rìn yìí wọn ní ambition o. Òun láti wá bó ṣe máa mọ ẹni báyìí báyìí. Òun láti máa change àwọn tó ń bá rìn. Òun láti wo ìwà ẹ. Lẹ́yìn tó bá ti ṣe question 3 yẹn, tó dẹ̀ ready, tó give up, tó were determined eventually. So when I did that in banking at 33, who I want to become was, by age 40, I don't want to be working for anybody. At that time, I had no idea what I would do. I just determined by age 40, I want to be an entrepreneur. And because I was good with my job, because me my way, so it's about that attitude and so promotion every year, 2 years. At 33, I was a manager. Between manager, 33, in 7 years, I'd become a general manager. And in banking, after general manager is executive director or MD. So at GM, you're already at the height. So because of that, because when you are good in any job, they'll keep promoting you so that you don't go. Then Soludo became central bank governor. And Soludo's plan was to reduce Nigerian banks from 89 to 25. By this time, I was 41. So I forgot my plan. Until Soludo came. Then I just remembered, what are you still doing in banking? Because I was trying to be an ED or an MD. So the possibility of 89 options was reducing to 25. So the probability of going further is reducing.
It's time.
It's time.
Oyawoye. It's time.
It's time. Thank you very much for sharing that, sir.
Yes, sir. Any egbe kind of proposal. Bó lẹ sì lè compare gbígbé yín Kánò pẹ̀lú ìsìn tí àwọn èèyàn ń bẹ̀rù north. Báwo lẹ sì feel comfort ìgbóngbà yẹn?
Àti gbáyé àti sí nǹkan tèmi rí ní ilé ayé tá wà yìí. Take tá máa ń ṣe ni pé rather ká gbìyànjú ká make best of àsìkò tá wà. A máa ń sábà wo ẹ̀yìn.
Like how, sir?
If we don't make the best of today,
Okay, sir.
èyí tó ti fẹ́ tán báyìí ó ti lọ nìyẹn.
What's it like?
Wọ́n gbà kọ́ I wish pé Shagari ṣì ní president. Ìgbà tí Shagari wà ń bẹ àní ìlú le. First scarcity wà ń gbà yẹn náà. So tèmi rí nìyẹn. So Kánò ń gbà yẹn náà kò easy náà. ó lè má bàjẹ́ tó bó ṣe jẹ́ yìí o but àwọn tó make ẹ̀ bó ṣe máa ta bá gúnyán nínú ewé
dárúkọ nínú ipò ẹ̀pà
ẹ̀ tó bá yó ayó ìyẹn pàtàkì ẹni pé who you know is more important than what you know.
the connection.
So bá ṣe ní t-pain nǹkan lè yìí ìsínú àwọn kan ṣe ń kọ́lé
That's it.
ìsínú àwọn kan ṣe ń ra mọ́tò bọ́ ẹni tẹ́yìn bá rìn lẹ́ láti máa wò kọ́sítà bá rìn pẹ̀lú àwọn tó jẹ́ pé it's finished there is no hope for you to be there is no hope but bẹ́ẹ̀ bá rìn gbà àwọn tó ní pé nǹkan lé o bọ̀ bó la ṣe máa ṣe báyìí.
Kí ni solution?
Okay, I need 50 million. Okay, èló ni wọ́n ní 1 million. Èló ni wọ́n ní 50,000. Àkópọ̀, a rí 50 million. You move on. Bàbá wà lára tó jẹ́ pé kò sọ́nà ìlú tí dàrú. There's nothing new. Until today, tèmi gbádùn jù working in growing up in the north. The northerners in all of Nigeria, personal experience. They are the best people to be with. Because of that principle of God gives, God takes. The northerner does not, they're so easygoing. And once you connect with them especially, in my banking, no, not banking, resource intermediaries, I had cause to be locked up by EFCC for 4 days.
Whoa, okay.
That is it. Within the first year of our business, of our outsourcing business, things were not going well. But we had capital, so we decided to divert into another business called leasing. Some fraudsters came to do business with us that time. We didn't know.
Wow.
And they passed some money through our account. Then 5 years later, EFCC came. 5 years after.
5 years after, we traced it.
And investigated, and they were showing me, you are ex-treasurer of a bank. You're a graduate, you have masters. Can't you see this is money laundering? I didn't know. I was just doing business. 5 years later. So, and by the 4th day, because they'll bring you out from underground to inter, they have checked, you are living where you are living. How did you afford it? I took mortgage from UBA. Your children are schooling abroad. How do you afford it? I took education loan from Stanbic. You have foreign accounts, Barclays, yes. Go and check. You will see all the money there is school fees, children pocket money, balance there, £100. So by the 4th day, one pay me sit down. I want to Hausa, one Hausa. I went, this man is a fool. They used him. Want to check everywhere. I want to talk about anybody who wants to deal. You carry him because. But down loan, I said, we need to get cookie. I didn't spend 1 hour after that.
After that.
If it was the Yoruba man, I should have been go you be. So Hausa, once you are,
You can show that you
have learned to them, help me, got will be so that is the owner. And no pay me money. So go.
Gúlégúlé. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ kan nísìn, ẹni tó bá jẹ́ pé Yorùbá ni, kò ní jẹ́ kí ẹ mọ̀ pé òun gbọ́ Yorùbá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Why táwọn Yorùbá máa ń dènà èdè wa?
Tèmi rí pẹ̀lú wa mi ò dẹ̀ mọ̀ bó ṣe rí o, èdè ni kọ́kọ́. Tá bá rẹ́ni tó fẹ́ là nínú wa, bá ṣe máa draw wálẹ̀ la máa ń ṣe. Orí à ká tó kójọ pé ká ràn lọ́wọ́. I don't know why. Aṣá máa ní ìgbéraga, envy. A sọ̀rọ̀ ṣe báyìí. Ibo náà ní ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Tán bá ti rọ́nà kan wá mọ́ èèyàn mẹ́wàá wá kájọ torí bọ̀. Yorùbá. So, kò yé mi.
keep it. All right, sir. I'm very curious about House 12.
Yes.
I am very, very curious. Why the name House 12 for a service apartment? Is it that there's one House 1, House 2, House 3, House 7 somewhere? Why that name?
Where this building, House 12 is, and the 4 flats in front is where I grew up. So it's my family property. and it is number 12 Onikonga Road.
Oh, okay.
So the whole property is number 12 Onikonga Road. We grew up in one of the flats. Our parents are late now. So when the idea to have this business in Ilorin came, I am number 4 out of 5 boys.
Whoa.
And we get along so well. So my brothers all agreed that since we are 5, how do you share 4 flats to 5 people? So we decided they pick 1 flat each, then the empty land at the back, I take that one. And I just decided to call it House 12.
Yes, sir. Can you tell me House 12 to Kosilone? Why not Lagos, Abuja? The Raja Pillow decided to call
With all the aesthetics that
bí mo ṣe sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, Ọlọ́run bless mi pẹ̀lú global exposure, travel wide pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ tí mo ń ṣe àti bí mo ṣe mọ who you know is more important. To start with, even ní ìgbéyàwó, I married 3 levels above my status. So ẹni tí mo fẹ́ kò ń ṣe, so gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ó expose me sí many opportunities. Mo dẹ̀ máa ń rí bẹ́ẹ̀mi náà ṣe rí kó tó di pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lajú pé àwọn èèyàn wa níbí lajú, a ní low self-esteem, tàbá wà anywhere báyìí, the average Kwaran ẹnu ọ̀nà báyìí ló máa jókòó sí. So mo wò pé tó kí ni mo lè ṣe to give back, láti encourage and show opportunity. Gbogbo wa ò lè lọ sẹ́kọ̀ọ́, gbogbo ò lè lọ London, America. So let me bring it here. The quality and the standard. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ dẹ̀ bá mi sọ náà pé why Ìlọrin wọn nílé sanwó ṣe, but tẹ́ bá wọ ìsàlẹ̀ lọ́sàn-án yìí ní igbó everywhere ló kún. So àwọn tó ní ìdẹ̀ wà tán bá rí value tó ń rí quality, they will patronize. So that is why. Then again, kò sí irú ilé ní Ìlọrin tí n bá gbé sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ 20 ẹ̀ wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Kò ní wà unique.
Nothing unique about it.
So then mo ti retire by, so it's not pay mi ò sanwó school fees, mi ò san rent. So for me, it's to give back to the community.
What to the country related, sir?
Not that many, maybe about 13. Yeah.
Nation, sir?
I will start from Africa. Ghana,
Yes.
Okay.
Togo, Sierra Leone. Then we begin to go, of course, London, America, France. France, not in Paris. Just keeping my head now.
Etc.
You mentioned some francophone countries as well as France itself.
Yes.
When you went there, was language a barrier for you?
No, because most of those countries have created tourism in a way that the basic things you need to communicate, they will converse in it. So and that is part of our problem again as Nigerians.
I was going to follow up with that.
We tend to, so if you speak to a Nigerian speaking to an American, instantly they will change their tongue. But nobody else does that. You understand? So be who you are. Let them be the one trying to understand your tongue. I don't need to speak phonetics. And we're beginning to show them. That's why I said again, it's not about your certificate. It's who you are, and who you are is internal. Who you are is not this. It's not this. Who you are
is internal.
One thing I'd like to add is nobody acting alone can achieve full potential in life. You need to get a mentor. That's part of what began to help me, and I have many mentors. Your mentors are basically people who have gone to places you have never gone to that you like to go. Then they show you the way. Then you find that it's not as complicated as we think. So your self-confidence grows. 10 years ago, I could not do this because I still had low self-esteem and all of that. But with mentoring, now People pay me to speak. Now I can do an interview, I can do that. I'm still a shy person, but you never know anymore.
Really?
Because I've been trained
Oh.
to project beyond that. And that's why I say everybody needs to be mentored. Don't waste your time trying to live life alone. You can't.
Thank you, sir.
Kí ni ẹ lè sọ fún ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, economic problem that face Nigeria? Which advice can you give to the government of Nigeria?
Sherry, where I differ is government can make things easier for all of us.
Like how, sir?
If they do the right thing. The right thing is to create an atmosphere that enables us to be able to create value for ourselves, not for government to give us anything. If there's light, for example, there's good road, there's security. The average Nigerian is industrious to create wealth for themselves. Waiting for you to be, nobody, it's not possible. Nobody, not only Nigeria, really gives you anything without a condition tied to it. So it is again about who you hang out with. Sherry, I'm an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur just means find the problems around, provide solutions to the problem. You don't need government. This facility is 9 months old here. Government, you have so when you provide value, you don't, government you get, so we need to remove our head from, and it's not just Nigeria, it's all over the world. Government has become very deceitful. And let me tell you why it's difficult for government.
Okay, sir.
Somebody finish a commissioner Lenny. Olusoji Oyawoye is the commissioner. And all students, me want to come and host this dinner. You don't allow me to lunch for me. Ibo no one got me a school fees.
Oh my
So
God.
after a while, can you dinner for me?
Yes, they're associated with excellence.
No. One way can transfer and consult.
Like what? Money?
Where they can benefit.
It's selfish. Before you know it, it's a F1 contract. I buy one year concession. Well, not because they qualify. So to sustain that, I have to steal money. I have to steal money because my salary can't, commissioner salary can't.
Don't sustain it.
And that's why you find out the government bá ṣe àìdá àwọn èèyàn ò kí ń báwí. Other tribes ló máa àwa tó jẹ́ èèyàn wa ẹ fi sílẹ̀.
Nítorí ó ti jí wá fún wa.
Even bí ò jí wá, we're just happy that ìkan nu wa ti débẹ̀. So I try not to worry too much about government because I think if you teach people how to fish, it's better than giving them
Fish.
All
right, sir.
Olusoji finishing school is something like that. By the time we finish Otowa, and there are several programs, if you follow me, that I do like that, it's not the money. It's just to let people know that if you also follow it, you too will succeed.
It's been a wonderful time learning from you, sir. The final question was going to refer to that finishing school, which was where you just celebrated the 100th class?
Yes, the 100th class.
Yes, that means about over 10,000 students.
Not average class is 35 people, so it's about almost 5,000 people.
Almost 5,000 people.
Yes.
That's almost 10,000 because we already crossed half of that.
Yes.
So that's an amazing thing. You advocate for youths finding their foot, finding their path, finding advancement. You were talking earlier, this is the last question for this episode. You were mentioning earlier about discovering yourself and being proud of who you are. Do you think we can get there anytime soon? And what advice do you have for youths who are so wrapped in this fantasy of wanting to be like the Westerners, wanted to have their career like outside. Anybody who's going to music now wants to sing like Adele or Celine Dion. Nobody wants to sound like our. They don't want to go into juju music or. They don't want to do that. Anybody that is rapping will not use it
like Esaka.
So how can we advise them to stick to their cultural heritage, who they truly are, while they are still pursuing advancement? Final question, sir.
My advice generally to youths and even adults is everybody has to start first from being self-aware. You cannot help any individual who has not accepted that I need help. If you talk from now to tomorrow, you advise them from now to tomorrow. And that's why it's also scriptural. For as long as the earth is, there will be poor people, there will be rich people. No matter what you do. So it's each individual to be self-aware and say, me, I choose not to be poor. Once you can come to that self-awareness, then self-development starts. And self-development means you have to do it by yourself, not by chance. You have to be intentional in connecting with the people who are growing. If you hang around with fools, what would you become?
You're a fool.
If you hang around with wise, what would you become?
You become wise.
If you hang around with the rich, what would you become?
You become rich.
The principle is simple. So if you want to, first is self-aware, to recognize that I have a problem. I have low self-esteem. I am not, Dangote is not my father. Just be honest to yourself.
Very important.
Yes. After that, so how? The same social media that some are using for those nonsense is also your route. I mean, how did I meet Abi? I mean, it's not a story for today, but look at us. Here we are now. Because, like all of you that may be meeting me for the first time, the reality is from today. You are part of my network. I am part of your network. But if you don't use the network,
Yes, sir.
it's not T-Pain. It's not Tinubu. It's not Nigeria. You are the one who failed to use it. But he used what he had to get what he wants.
As you mentioned earlier, who you know is more important
It's
than
more important.
what you know. Thank you very much, sir.
Banke.
Yes.
Kó tó di pé a máa lọ. Yes, sir. Ǹjẹ́ lè sọ fún wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ yín látàárọ̀ títí dalẹ́?
Okay. House 12 gogo. Oh, ṣẹlẹ̀ torí mo láti retire. So I was 60 years old December last year.
Wow.
So So I'm the
Don't
company resource intermediaries. I'm part owner. But we decided in 2006 when we started that at 60 we'll retire. Mole change of thing, but then I won't be a good leader. So I decided to retire, and since I'm not tired, let me start something else. So because of that, Leko traffic last one lati late is every 2 hours. But maybe kò sí traffic kò sí kankan. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tí mi ò bá ní routine. In 6 months, 1 year, màá rí bí arúgbó. So Manji around 5:36 a.m. I quickly do my toilet. Between 6 and 6:30, I take a 1 hour walk. 5 times a week. I never achieve every day. Timbati day, of course, my freshen up, my gel, my losibishe, which happens to be
Here.
just downstairs
To be your
as
place.
it is. And the real reason Timoshe that house 12 is loneliness. Because Kotoman Pioneer retirement is loneliness. You are no longer MD, CEO, chairman, so your phone stops ringing. They have moved to the new MD. But more through the bunker services, starting subsidiary other business pay with a workspace, young person can have rents. On chef company in Canada with a laptop. And our rent meeting room, wọ́n á ṣe events, wọ́n á rent for podcast. I can't be lonely.
Keeping
So I do that till the evening, but the beauty of retirement is your time is your own time. So I choose when I work. I choose. Nights. Usually I go to bed by 10.
Let's not forget this question. I'm sure it's on the mind of anyone who has seen your podcast. I mean, anyone who has seen House 12 advertisement.
Right.
On the doors, you have different names. In one sentence, can you tell us why they have different names and why that idea? Why do you do that?
Anybody in business is not usually known, but people connect with your business more when they understand the story behind the business. So just like you said, that curiosity gets people to be emotionally attached. My son is an architect, he's 32. My daughter is 30, she's also an architect. But they designed this whole place.
Okay.
So the rooms, halls are either named after my son, Oluwadamilola is my son, Angeloloa Boardroom is my daughter, SOJ Iludun Lounge is me. Because I believe strongly that a river that forgets its origin dries up.
Dries up, yes, sir.
So I'm always heavy on Iludun, bed, Agbe. So Iludun is always around me. I'm very proud that maybe whoever I am, then Olabisi Hall, my wife, Obafemi Workspace, Olori Ebiwa, Noah Amaru, Iyanda, Oni orúkọ mi Ismail. Olabisi is my late mom.
All right.
So everywhere there's just I'm reaching where you come from and your history.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
I believe that we have had a very insightful episode, and it's not just about being interviewing someone. We've learned so much at the same time. So,
okay.
He's very, very smart.
Very smart.
No, remember I said I'm not
we
very.
don't care. Everything you've said, I don't know what game we want to play. Because I believe no matter what we play, when he started, he said he's not really good with his Yoruba speaking. I give it to you. Let's do that. Because when it comes to English, I feel he will do it.
Okay, sir.
And I spoke a lot more Yoruba than English.
That's
Esther Ebere now, you can do.
Ooh.
No, tell me what's the A, B, D, C.
Little Yoruba.
Wọ́n fi kọ́ mi. Ibi táwọn òbí wa bàjẹ́ sí ni. Torí nígbà yẹn àwọn rò pé kọ́kọ́ kọ́ wa lóyìnbó ìfá àgbọ́dọ̀ sọ Yorùbá ńlé. Those are ara kan tó fi bà ìlú jẹ́ díẹ̀díẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ìfá wọn máa nà wá tá a bá sọ Yorùbá délé kan nígbà yẹn wọ́n rò pé kẹ́yìn àmọ̀ òyìnbó sọ kó gbóyìnbó ó yàtọ̀ sí ti.
Nǹkan yẹn ò wá mọ́ kò mọ́ bà wá jẹ́.
Òun ló bà wá jẹ́. Òun ti èdè mi ló bà wá jẹ́. Àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan tí àwọn tó ṣe irú àwọn ọmọ tèmi wọ́n gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa. Wọ́n tẹ̀ lọ lẹ́sìn Yorùbá. Wọ́n tó gbogbo tèmi tètè rí pé bí wọ́n ṣe ń kọ́ ọmọ kọ́ ni. Wọ́n ń fọṣọ, wọ́n ń dáná, wọ́n ń nulẹ̀ mi ò gbọ́mọ ọ̀dọ̀. Gbogbo ètò wọn ṣe nígbà yẹn tí wọ́n rò pé àwọn ń tọ́jú wa Ọlọ́run bá wa ṣe o pé
ẹ ti escape ẹ.
a escape ẹ̀ bọ́n tó bọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ jẹ́ nìyẹn.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for not winning our game. It has been an insightful experience.
Right now, ẹ ti fún mi ń tọ́jú owó lọ, which is the relationship. Like I said, who you know is more important than
what you know.
It's more important than what you know.
And I want to believe that is a take home for everybody who has watched this episode. You have to make use of your connections and every opportunity that you have to network with people. Get out to know people. Go out there to know people. You can't be an island. You can't just be alone. Thank you so much, Mr. Oyawoye, for coming to our podcast. This is the Bridge podcast where we act as a channel to connect the disconnected, and I'm sure we've learned a thing or two. If you still have more questions for him or you want us to bring him back here, you can reach out to us on Instagram or on Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can send us, you can write in the comments, The Bridge Podcast 247. My name is Obasa Olubanke. It's been an amazing time hosting and asking questions on your behalf. I sat out.
Lógo Ọlọ́run bá mi. Abọ́lájí ọmọ Galadima ló kọ tèmi. Double ambassador. Mo rí iná o, ire o.